Good evening, everybody, and another wonderful evening, Dr. Shikesh, with a very pleasant, beautiful, comfortable weather, neither hot or cold, very comfortable. Stay here. Uh, Incidentally, I have made one post today. The other day, we spoke about Manodaridriya, and later it happened. Now I came across an article from Robert Adams. What a incident, when I posted that, the next day I get that Robert Adams thought process on the mind. Hope I made it in Kannada also, so that people who cannot totally understand English can also understand Kannada. The whole thing repeats with the mind. And Robert say, Adam, the mind doesn't exist at all. And we create the mind. It doesn't exist. Yeah, it looks to be very funny, or looks to be very different from normal people thought about. There's the vast science today talking about mind, psychology, psychiatry, and whatnot. That being in place, somebody is talking that you are creating theories, doctrines, subject on which doesn't exist. The laughing stock, right? We have volumes on psychiatry, psychology. We call Sigmund Freud as the father of psychology and whatnot. It's a study of mind, right? Psychology is. Anything else? Psychology is study of mind, study of psych. What the hell you are studying when there is nothing to study at all? Is a question mark. When go by Robert, the mind doesn't exist. Why you study about it? It looks very odd. People call him mad. And when I support him, people call me also mad. I always tell this. We are in the world, living in a society where all of us wear cloth to cover our body in the name of civilization, right? Whether it's required or not, we don't know. We have been using it. Everybody does. We also do it. Tomorrow somebody walks on the street nude. We call him mad. Is it not so? Because he is not following what we are following. Yes or no, please? Yes. Maybe our law also provides punishment for him, having shown publicly nudity. Yes or no? This is all in the front perspective. So also, when we are talking about mind, volumes on mind, and talking about there is no mind, it's once again same laughing stock. Suppose there is a world, nobody wearing any cloth, and you go there dressed up nicely. Maybe that society calls you definitely mad. Is it not so? So it is a reference to something we call mad or wise. The nude fellow in the society where everybody wears cloth is a mad. In another society where nobody wears anything and you go, you are a mad. So when the whole world believes that there is mind, when somebody says there is no mind, he will be another mad. Is it not so? Yes. Yes or no? Yeah. One thing should be understood. A person who is aspiring to transcend this universe and attain the liberation, he cannot be equated to the common person. Please understand this. He is beyond that. He has to be. Otherwise, it is only a joke. Working for liberation. You cannot unless you shut out all the thoughts, which is governing the society, governing people. Yesterday, I spoke about Vishnu Maya. The whole thing is the illusion. I should say, I think I referred it some time back. This fellow, what you call this Robert Adam, he's from, he's very close associate of Ramana Maharshi. We can't just poo-poo him. Hey, he's a Western. What he knows about our Hindu culture, our his Sanatana Dharma, we'll give lectures about it. No, he was very close associate of Ramana. So we can't take him lightly. Otherwise, we can poo-poo him. Hey, what this fellow knows on Western. Maybe I don't want to get excited on this. Irrespective of different opinions, it is the learned scholars from western part of the globe have at least tried to give the true meaning of our ancient text. Please, it may hurt people. Sorry, let it be hurt. The truth is that. Now we have many reasons, political, social reasons to condemn those things. That's different. That's a different thing. But not for a spiritual seeker. He will not take it. Had there been no Arthur Avalan, Vamadeva Shastri is named after he came to India. He's called Woodruff also. I don't know whether you heard of Arthur Avalan. Anybody heard of Arthur Avalan? The great Sri Vidya Upasana. And we should give credit to him for having brought many ancient Tantra texts into Sanskrit as well as in English translation. The Mahanirvana Tantra he brought into as great liberation. Likewise, I can give you the serpent power he taught for Yogini Hriya. All that he brought. We have our own narrow-mindedness to say we are only custodians of this Shastras originated in this country and nobody can claim on that. That's the worst thing happened. Still continues and we can't claim I'm not referring to anybody here. This is how it is. But a spiritual seeker has to transcend this matter. Otherwise, we are lost in the flood, you will not reach the destination. Be honest. I'm very sincerely and honestly telling you this. Liking or not immaterial for you. Truth is that. I know. I remember a story. It's not a story, an incident occurred in Ramana Ashrama. I mentioned many times, but I repeat once again forever. Memory to refresh memories. Whatever that Robert spoken in this article, it is not his thought. The thought of Ramana himself. Take it from me. Yes. We don't discount Ramana. We don't discount his thoughts. We don't discount his teachings. We don't discount his achievement. But the moment it comes in the name of a Western, no. We give a deaf ear to that. It is our funny thought process. Unfortunate. Yeah, we'll come back to the incident which took up in Ramana Maharshi. I mentioned it some time back and I repeat it so that you will understand the mind doesn't exist. We are making it exist. Yes. Not from today, for ages. We have created it. The man has created it. That doesn't exist. It's too funny to. I don't know how many of you read that. My posting today on Robert Adam on the mind. He asked, that really is, there's no mind, he says. Just a belief. The mind is a belief. That's what he said. How is that? I'm experiencing my mind and he says only belief. Look funny. Yes. Yes. Look funny only because if you are in the spiritual path, all these worldly things look funny. For those in the worldly path, all spiritual thoughts looks funny. Please understand this. We are traveling in two boats. Neither we can accept this nor that we are in trouble seriously. But at some point, we should tie up these two boats together. Though we travel in two boats, they don't go separately, they go together. You might have seen some places where they tie two. And see in Varanasi, they join two boats. Looks to be two, but they don't go differently, they go together. Have you seen that in Varanasi? And wherever their boating system is, they will join two boats, make it bigger, and they don't go apart, they go together only. So a spiritual seeker has to join the boats so that his spiritual path is not disturbed with this materialistic life, and materialistic life is not disturbed with spiritual path. If not, there are two different things, and we will be always in confusion, dilemma, doubt continues. Anyway, before talking about mind, let me quote the incident, which hope you pose sitting on the sleeping on the cot. And it's a small hut-like thing of grass so that in Tamil Nadu you don't get the cold waves, sorry, heat waves, so that there's a small hut-like thing and he's sitting. Silent, pinch of cigarettes. One ascetic, Sanyasis, entered that hall, that hut. He also sat, total silence. Nobody is speaking, but all are seeing, looking at Ramana. That's all. 11:30. The lunch bell rings. Even today, the lunch is 11:30 at 12 o'clock at Ramana. Who are there? They offer you food. They left the place without making sound. So even while leaving also there is no noise. So he thought, I should speak to Ramana. He has got very this story incident and repeated it to many times. If you remember, how many, if you remember this incident, do you remember this? I mentioned many times, not one. Reshma, do you remember?
Yes, Guruji, I remember. Your video is freezing, Guruji, in between.
That day
I don't know whether it's for me or for others
whatever
also.
learned in that, and I can forget all that days. I remember I have quoted this incident many times. But Uma, remember this incident? No? At least say no, yes.
Yes, Guruji. Yeah.
Don't worry. The problem is there for there's a very poor connectivity in first floor. Though he connected it, it's not working properly. I am happy. No? Send me text at least. about the pin drop silence, all left for lunch. This ascetic was left alone. He close to Ramana and asked him, Swamiji, all have gone. I am alone. Please give me some upadesha. Some upadesha. My life becomes sarthak. Please give me some upadesha. I am alone. Everybody has gone. I am alone here. Ramana, as usual, gave a deaf ear to that. Again, Swamiji, all have gone. I am alone here. Please give me some upadesha. Deaf ear. Third time. Swamiji, please give me upadesha. I am alone here. Everybody has gone. The Ramana answered, let you also go. Let that I also go. You said, I am alone. Let that I also go. That I is mind. To see that I is going, mind has to go, my dear. So mind doesn't exist, you create. That is what Robert said. You create the mind. Mind doesn't exist. How you create? Your thoughts creates it. Our thoughts create the mind. And we think the mind exists. No. I know I am talking to you a very, very tough subject, difficult to understand, but still nothing wrong trying to understand. Trying to understand, because we all know we have mind. And when I say no mind, it's difficult to understand. And always I say the annihilation of mind. I think this word I use many times. That's why Shankara said, Mano buddhi ahankara chitta ninaham. It is not. He also said, there is no manasu, there is no buddhi, no chitta, no ahankara. But we are surrounded by that. We all experience by our thoughts. Yes, I told you. We experience everything by our thoughts. And we call it mind. Interesting. Very interesting. I am seeing something beautiful. I think my mind is understanding as beautiful. Is it not so? No. It is my thought making it understand beautiful. Please understand this. I don't know whether it's beautiful or not. It is my thought trying to understand as beautiful is making beautiful to me. Please understand this. You got me? It is my thought. It is not mind perceived as beautiful. No. It is my thought said it is beautiful. And that mind said it is beautiful. My thought. Why I am telling? I give you an example, a living live example I give you. Very live example. About 30, 40 years back maybe. I don't remember the date. I come across a person. I don't name the person here. For me, he looks very handsome. A boy. My wife is not right now online. She would understood it. I mentioned to my wife, look, this boy, so handsome. My wife said, "You call him handsome?" I mean, madam, please. That means that person is same. It is my thought, he is handsome. And my wife's thought is, he is not handsome. Then you understand. It is a real story I'm telling you, real incident I'm quoting here. The real incident I'm putting in front of you to make you understand what the mind is. Mind doesn't perceive anything because it doesn't exist. It's a thought. Thought. You have to get rid of that. So the mind is the conglomeration of thoughts. Thoughts about the past and worries about the future. This is what we call mind. Is it not so? We have to transcend this thought, not the mind. When you stop thoughts, does mind exist? Does mind exist? When we believe the theory that the mind doesn't exist, my thoughts create the mind. When I have no thought, where is the mind? Then question comes, Guruji, how does we work without mind? All our actions through mind, is it not so? Yes or no? Yes, I should say yes. But if I refer you that, it is not the mind that guides you, it's your consciousness, which you don't agree. But maybe if I give an example, you may think of that. Somebody, I don't know how many of you know driving. That's a good example I can give. Somebody teaches you driving. He puts in our thoughts, his thoughts to us. This is the gear, first gear, second gear, clutch, everything he teaches you. That thought has gone and we use that in, right? But we get used to it. Once we get used to it, we'll be driving, but we think our thoughts will be something else. We don't look at the gear, we don't change the gear. Applying our mind there. Are we? Are we? No. Automatically. Is it the mind working there? Previously we were doing it. This is first gear. Consciously you are doing that thought. You are putting that thought into mind and working. After that, what happens? You'll be talking to somebody, your mind will be talking to somebody, reading something, hearing something, but you'll be driving. Is it that mind working? No. That means for our actions, mind need not work because mind doesn't exist. Very difficult to understand, very difficult to accept. This is called mind annihilation. Understanding that mind doesn't exist is the beginning of our journey towards liberation. What is liberation? So tough? No. Realization of I don't have mind is the liberation. That's all. That's liberation. I have mind, I have buddhi, I have chitta, I have ahankara, all that. Even samskaras that are exhibited through mind, right? Is it not so? We spoke volumes on manasu, buddhi, chitta, ahankara in Nirvana Shataka when Shankara spoke about it. I mentioned what is manasu, buddhi, chitta, and ahankara. So our mind acts, our thoughts, I don't say mind thoughts. The thoughts are from our past impressions. Is it not so? That thoughts makes your mind alive. Is it not so? Otherwise, no. So what is the conclusion? What's the conclusion? Realizing that mind doesn't exist. It is our thoughts create the mind. See, we are ruled every day by that. Thinking this mind, what this good, that is bad. Yeah, everything. And he has given a good example of rainbow. Your mind perceives rainbow. Is it not illusion? He mentioned it. And he says, mind continues to fool us by making us believe karma, reincarnation, samskara, good, bad, everything is our thought, right? Regularly fooling us. Anyway, a tough subject I handled. I don't know how much it has been perceived by you. I'm not bothered. But I have done my job to tell you that mind doesn't exist. It is our thoughts creates the mind. Becoming thoughtlessness is mindlessness. And then what exists? Only consciousness exists. When thoughts are absent, mind is absent. When the mind is absent, what is present is consciousness. Being with consciousness is Pragnanam Brahma. The consciousness is self. Okay? I think, I don't know how much is understood. I'm recording it. I'll post it so that others also will know. But a very tough subject I had today. Even a little it gone to our mind. I think my effort is fructified. Difficult, I know. That's why moksha is not the cup of everybody's tea, everybody's cup of tea, right? Only few attain that liberation. Otherwise, we will be making around our thoughts. We live with the thoughts, die with that. Upanishad. What is born? What is reincarnation? The thoughts are born. In the thoughtlessness, there is no rebirth, nothing to get birth. That is liberation, thoughtlessness. We should try for it. We preamble for this.